All right. So before I get to asking you about album predictions, I have a specific question. It's regarding the features, right?
Hmm.
How do you feel about this Rap Caviar, Rolling Loud starter pack guest feature list that's on most of these big albums for the past 5 years? The
You talking about
Future, Young
yeah,
Thug, government
Travis?
mandated 21, yeah,
Yeah.
government mandated 21 Savage verse, 20 Travis, some little baby, Free Dirt. When he get back out one day, he'll get back in the rotation. But can we
Rap
get new
caviar.
combinations, man?
Rap caviar. I'm still
you
talking
gonna,
about rap caviar.
you
Oh
gonna like it, and you
no, you're right though. It's like, damn, can I get like your assistant, like who's been doing shit
like
for like
no.
3 years or something? Like, can we get a
Man,
match
I ain't
with him?
saying you gotta collab with an unknown artist, but
That's why
bro,
Kendrick shit was so refreshing. You just said LA niggas, come on, you know.
yeah, and I it don't even have to be unknown niggas to that extent, even though some of them like Roddy Rich obviously and SZA, those are big artists. But
Yeah,
people like Dodie Six and um Hidda J3 and Pace, so niggas outside of Cali did not know who they was, generally speaking.
exactly.
But it don't even got to be at that point. It could be a medium level uh Atlanta or just popping, buzzing artists. It don't have to be Gunna level, but who is somebody that he has worked? I mean, he's worked with Skepta on his on Dialect, right? That's a
Oh
good
yeah,
combination. He's a
oh,
known artist, but
yeah,
that's a combination you wouldn't expect.
right.
Yeah, he had Nicki
You found
Minaj,
his
he
like
had
original
Bryson
one.
Tiller,
Yeah,
you
his
know.
first album, the Levin Kali dude, he did. Yeah, that was a good feature. But it's like, yeah, like, but now it's like I'm the Travis 21 combo meal. Like, yeah,
If you got good chemistry with the people, I
I
understand,
agree, and
and
that's his
people
homies,
demand it.
right?
Yeah, like people want him to work with Uzi. I understand. Uh,
But to be fair though, I mean, with Cardi is fine because that's his homies. But when I see like BTS people doing like getting like Travis and like like just like these other like pop artists just trying to get the
yeah.
mandatory 21
And
like
it don't even have to
feature.
be just this group of artists. Say we
Yeah,
have an album and it's Glorilla. Do we have to do Meg and Lotto and the same rotation of people? Can we just if you have that, can you just add somebody that we wouldn't expect on top of it?
like who?
Okay, Lotto on her last album, she had Young Nudie. He would be, I guess, like a medium artist. Would you say in
That's nice.
Atlanta? Yeah, that's cool. She had Tizo touchdown. I wouldn't have expected her to have a Tizo touchdown feature, but
Facts.
she is female Drake, so never mind. That does make sense actually. But you get the gist.
Female
Meg
Drake.
Thee Stallion, one album. She had that Houston song with Sauce Walker and Lil Kiki. Even though she's from Houston, it's still refreshing to see
Damn,
somebody
Lil
of her
Kiki.
stature do that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fire.
Exactly. Huh.
You wouldn't expect to see Sauce Walker on these type projects, man.
Facts. We need like
Yeah.
we need to get more local or get a little outside the box on these features. But Cardi, I'll give him a pass. That's actually his voice, but I don't want to see no fucking pop star out the blue getting fucking these
Dude,
random.
I'll tell you the truth. It would have been cool if we seen somebody from Opium on the guest feature list.
He never, yeah, but I don't think he likes doing that. Like Homicide Gang, Ken Carson, and Strong Lonely. Yeah, I don't think he didn't do a whole lot of red. I think he's like to give them like their own thing. I don't know. I, I don't know.
Okay, that's still a bit odd. You know what I
It's
mean?
still odd. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. It's just a little critique, but when I see a track list and it's the same group of people, it don't excite me. The Cardi and Kendrick song that excites me because I haven't heard that combination before.
Yeah. Last time we heard Kendrick outside the box like that was like what? What's the one? Rich the Kid, New Freezer.
I about to say you mean G and X, bro? Yeah,
Oh yeah. I mean yeah.
but yeah, I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
mean. You said Rich the Kid. Yeah, that would work for this situation. Speaking of Kendrick, chronically online person. This is just happens.
Yeah.
There are rumors that he's sending some more shots and Drake is loading up for something. Do you think there's anything these two things? Do you have exhaustion from this topic?
I'm tired of it. Kobe, I'm so tired. Cause my timeline now is just like just these petty, stupid nonsense galaxy brain tweets. And it's like I'm just tired of discourse. I'm one of those people is like it's all over my
Hey,
timeline.
before this shit happened, I said rap beefs do not do what y'all think it does. It's not
So
good, bro.
imagine, yeah, like
Shit.
Jay Z recovered perfectly fine. They're not gonna let this Drake shit go. I'm fine with Drake.
That's why I haven't muted Kendrick or Drake's names because I listen to both of them heavy still.
Yeah,
So if I mute their names, I might miss a drop, but I might, bro. After tonight, depending on how tonight goes, I might end up muting both their names.
yeah, I'm at that point where it's just like,
The
yeah,
fan bases are
but
so annoying.
is it fan base? I think like,
Stan bases, I guess.
yeah, I think the stand base has got more annoying. The same people who was attacking, I think, attacking Kendrick for like, uh, what's it called, big
Getting it hit.
steppers.
Oh,
They're the same people now going at Drake and just jumping on Kendrick's side. So I don't even think it's a fan base thing. I just think that it's just a lot of people just lumping. Well, no, it is fan base thing.
well, today that's what's annoying me is a lot of Drake fans are calling Kendrick a hypocrite for working with Carti, and I'm just, bro, this does not surprise anybody that he's working with Carti, bro.
Yeah.
I get the point that they're trying to make that Kendrick takes the moral high ground shit, but I don't think Kendrick presents himself as he's just super high morality for everything. I just think he said some of these things to get at Drake foul because people would eat it up.
That's
Call it, I get it. People gonna call it performative and hypocritical, but I never looked at him like that. His fan base may look at him as if he's super high morale guy with great judgment for everybody he works with. But people, bro, Kodak Black was all over Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. Nobody. He just shouted out Dr. Dre when he won a Grammy for Not Like Us, bro. There's nothing that we point to points where it is where there's a hypocritical moment. So I don't think we need to do this every time he aligns himself with somebody with questionable character.
Exactly. I mean, but he has the reputation of such, which
why that is OnlyFans. I don't know what has Kendrick done that has given him that reputation though. Himself, what is, you know what I mean?
From a fan base view, I think a lot of people seen him after To Pimp a Butterfly in that way. Cause you know the whole reputation around To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I get it. Okay, and for the Kendrick fan base, when they do that, noise the fuck out of me. They'll keep on bringing up his line from Blacker the Berry when he said he's the biggest hypocrite. Saying I'm a hypocrite does not absolve you from critique when you do some hypocritical shit forever, bro. It doesn't. It doesn't. If we're gonna play that game, like, yo, you pointed out something, that would mean I can't count Not Like Us because Drake said to Kendrick to use that angle. No, I'm not gonna do that, bro.
Right.
I can still point something out. I don't give a fuck if you mention it. As like Drake has ever said that he is a great person and he doesn't have flaws. He has said this plenty of times in his music. And I don't interpret his music like he's celebrating all of his actions either. So that's just my thing. But if it is some shots, will you be excited or no? You're just thinking about the aftermath of it.
The aftermath ruins it because oh my god, gosh, like it's gonna be on ESPN, TNT. I don't want to watch the Lakers playing Alex Lynn getting their back blown out with that shit playing at halftime. I don't want to hear it.
You're gonna hear it and you're gonna like it,
bro. and then I'm gonna hear like an ESPN or NBA reporter say before they go to commercial break, like, it's gotten to that level. But I still love Kendrick, like, but no.
But you said nothing.
Yeah. DJ D-Rack cut the beat.
But one more thing on this. How annoyed are you with Kendrick's fan base with the flip flop and shit? Because for the past, it's the double talking that they do that infuriates me. Drake has been doing club bangers for his entire career, bro. This nigga Kendrick puts out an album of club bangers. Where is that same critique, bro? Where's that, Khalil?
Niggas are misguided. Yeah. You know how it goes.
Niggas are saying that Drake has not matured in his music. Do you feel that Kendrick is more mature than what he was when he dropped Mr. Miranda Big Steppers?
From there to GM.
So now, do you feel like he is matured more as a person, bro?
Not a lot. And you know what? Drake gave us what's the rippity rap shit everybody was complaining about. He finally gave us that.
They don't care, bro.
For All the Dogs Deluxe, right?
They don't give a fuck about that, bro.
That was
niggas was telling me that they want old Drake. I listened to some sexy songs for you. Nigga even had a song sampling old Drake. These niggas are still complaining a little. I don't know what niggas want, bro. I don't
get it. It's just nostalgia. Nostalgia.
It's nostalgia, but we gonna deal with if it's this record or a shot at a certain somebody tonight. It's gonna be news cycle galore. Niggas are about to have a field day,
brother. Drake and Kendrick.
Ebro about to go crazy, man.
Oh my god.
Yes. You can't avoid this shit. Now I'm praying that it is just a regular verse, but the way niggas have been tweeting today, it leads me to believe that we not having that. It's about to be a year since Like That came out.
Spice Talk is oh my god. Like That part 60 on the way. Oh my god. Yeah.
But is that the feature you're most excited about on this album or no?
Travis is gonna have to surprise me.
Oh, you don't care for Travis Scott features? Tell me about that.
I do.
Sure.
But
it was that conversation last year about how Travis Scott don't really add much to features, and I'd be hard pressed to find some that I personally enjoy.
He's been a passenger on a lot of features, and it's like, fuck,
one that I really enjoy. I said this in a group chat a while ago, but my nigga told me Kelly Price. I was like, yeah, if he had more guest features in that realm where I look forward to your part, because you said the passenger thing, he doesn't ruin songs, he just be there.
Yeah, look, it's Travis in his eyelids.
Yeah, it's not like a Future feature or a Cole feature or a Drake feature where they're adding shit that people go back to a lot. He don't have a reputation of 21 Savage, but he don't have a reputation like those people.
21 though on Central C album is crazy, but that was a rare, that's a rare. He still got it moment. Unk still got it. But yeah.
Speaking of Unk still having it, can Uzi recover from the wash?
The Whippets got.
So you don't give a fuck what he do
tonight. It's the Whippets, man.
You don't give a fuck what he do tonight. It ain't gonna be enough.
It's confirmed he's on the album.
Niggas saying he on the album twice, brother.
You listen to his last album? He did a Whippets
twice. Song. I listened to it twice, bro. He had that Shinsuke Nakamura song. He had that song with Niggy. Yeah, Suicide
Uzi's at that point. He disappointed me more than Travis now. Uzi.
Wait, Trap? Wait, you know like Utopia, nigga?
Wait, you talking about? No, you talking about features.
Oh, okay, my fault, bro. Like, damn. Like, damn, bro, you putting this nigga Uzi conversations. That's a bit wild.
Utopia, Utopia, man.
Okay. Now on to Carti. I almost did a video about him fucking up his momentum, but since this has come to fruition, how big do you think this album would be? It's already been said that he has around 150K and just pre-orders. I'm looking at north of 300K first week. What do you think the impact would be with this fella?
I mean, it's the talk of town. You know, I mean, everybody's been waiting for it. Kendrick feature, Stimulus. Like all the streamers fuck with him. He's the face of the youth. Like every I think like what 200 minimum. Like sales an album sale like 200K minimum. Like
First week.
impact wise, I do think it's going to be massive because it's like it's at the end of the day it's Carti and
What do you make academics saying it's not similar to a whole lot of Red where there was mixed reactions that night in that week? He's saying from jump this will be a mass appealing type project.
yeah, because we heard most of it. I think because we heard probably like 7 or 8 of the songs. I think with Carti just gave us. Remember that when Carti first came out, I think that was the only thing he gave us, right? Before he dropped that album. Am I mistaken? Like the whole little at me thing where
And that didn't even make the album.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that caused like a whole what the hell happened to Carti and is he this, is he that, woo, 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 you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, but now I think like everybody realizes, Carti's on a good streak. The weekend song, everybody loves it. The timeless feature, and then with the stuff he's doing with his voice, and then all the snippets he played are rolling loud for the most part. It was hitting in my house, so I think academics is yeah, he's right. It's gonna. I think more people is gonna be they're gonna get used to his style, or his new shit.
Because obviously you said he's the face of the youth and he
Oh,
does massive shit. His impact, his reputation for having dope ass albums. People hold every project he's made. Granted, it's only been three, but they hold his three projects in high regard.
yeah,
When I'm
I
on
agree.
hip hop Twitter, niggas be putting that in high rankings and shit. I'm like, oh, it got real cult followings to them.
Yeah,
The only, I guess, limiting factor that I've noticed for Cardi is I don't know how mass appealing it is with niggas in their late 20s, niggas in their early 30s. If we doing, I guess, 25 down, he got that locked down. But when we talking about the big superstars, I hate doing that big three shit. But yes, Kendrick and Drake, for
right.
instance,
Big three piercing. Yeah,
they're mass appealing for teenagers, for niggas in their 20s, niggas in their 30s.
well balanced.
So it's just a bigger pool of people to get. Do you think that this project from Cardi will gain more fans of an older look? Because I think that's the only thing keeping them from doing 300 plus and getting referred to in most media circles as the guy.
Well, I think that's where his features with the weekend were popular, and I think that's where it kicks in a little bit. Popular and timeless. I think his Kendrick feature as well. Everybody's gonna like, even the old heads gonna tune in and be like, "All right, let's see this Kendrick." They might come for the Kendrick feature. If Cardi not getting knocked out on that song, then they might tune in. It's more like I think it's enough with the Kendrick and the weekend features. I think it gives him a chance, but I think the Kendrick feature especially will get him some licks. It will attempt, but
He
it's
gonna
hard.
get that. Oh, I never heard Cardi rap like this shit. You think it's
It's
gonna be
kind of
something like
hard with a
that?
guy like Cardi. Cardi's not necessarily the you know.
But man, well, I will say, Carnival was number one song in the country last year at one
That's what
point.
I'm saying.
And a lot of that was off the gravity of what Playboi Carti did on that song.
Right,
So he must be at least more mass appealing than he was in a whole lot of Red era.
right.
The fact
Of
that he's
course.
about to go on tour with the weekend
It's
in
added.
stadiums, I
Okay.
see a shift a little bit. Maybe it won't be as mass appealing as a Kendrick, but maybe a Future type mass appeal where he does big numbers. He just doesn't do as big as the other two.
Right.
He'll be at the Grammys like Cardi's performed at the Grammys the last 2 years. He has a claim. I think a Future type trajectory where the media, the older audience is a bit late to praising him. Because
Exactly.
that's kind of what happened with Future. He didn't get much acknowledgement on a serious level till after that run he had in 2015. Same with Young Thug.
Oh yeah. Doug. It took a while for him to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, it took a while for a lot of people to end up saying, okay, we'll fuck with it. Because people was shitting on them too for a good while.
I remember that Doug shit like
A
yesterday.
good one. People still look at Thug, and well, the closed-minded people, they still look at Thug and Future in that same light just because of their appearance.
Yeah, because I
But
remember.
compared
Yeah,
to what it was crazy.
yeah. Doug with the whole dress stuff and then shooting up Wayne tour bus allegedly. You know. You know. Yeah, I remember Doug like yesterday. That Doug slander was crazy. Doug Uzi and then 2016, all
Yachty,
started getting accepted.
I would say Yachty, but he's just not as big as the other artists.
Oh
But
no,
he
yeah,
for sure is in that same
random, but for
category.
Yachty, it took him rapping on fucking Detroit beats for him to get his respect a little bit. So yeah,
hmm hmm So I anticipate. Oh, oh, at the beginning of the decade, Lil Baby had dropped My Turn, and it was massive. It's I think if you ask people the greatest rap albums of 2020s, that's going to be on a lot of people's list. The impact is crazy. It's
wow,
still selling a bunch on the charts, and people kind of picked him as one of the pillars of the decade.
right.
And I ain't trying to slander, bro, but his two projects following that have not been near that mark as far as impact or sales or critical acclaim. Do you think that Cardi will end up being one of those faces of this entire decade if this album hits?
He already is. He's the face of the league, regardless. You know, I don't. I think it's gonna be hard for him to be like not face of the league because Lil Baby got pulled, obviously, but it's not. You know, Cardi is like
But it's crazy we saying
shit
that
I
about
see with
Baby
Cardi.
now. But
It's a cult following, like you
remember
said.
where Baby was in 2020. We would look at us crazy if we said how Lil Baby's momentum is present day
Yeah.
back then. The nigga was stomped the shit out, bro.
Now it's like a bigger case of the baby. It's like everybody's tired of him. All of a
Bro,
sudden.
the baby, Lil Baby, Roddy Rich. It's the shit. I don't think Lil Baby is at that point as the other two
Yeah.
because Lil Baby still does number. It's just not what we thought he was going to do. People
Yeah.
thought he was going to be.
He's not superstar. Face, you know, yeah.
Yeah, people thought he was going to be superstar. People thought he was going to do 300K every week. You know what I mean? And if we going off of metrics like touring, selling out arenas, and
Mhm.
sales, I don't think people anticipated that Tyler the Creator would be doing more than Lil Baby, than Gunna, than Roddy Rich at the beginning of the decade, bro.
Oh, you said people would have predicted that
I
Tyler.
don't think people would predict that Tyler the Creator would be this massive from a mass appealing standpoint of popularity because of how
Yeah,
much he's torn and the numbers that he does when he drops albums.
I feel
I
like
think that is the surprising factor.
I think it's interesting. I never thought of that. Yeah, you're right. I think after Igor, you kind of knew that like Ty, Tyler was just
Yeah.
just,
But he also has a unique rise where even from jump, he
yeah.
always had a cult fan base. And
Oh,
everybody was rocking that fashion. He had
bro,
the show, everything.
we
But
grew
he
we grew up
never
in that
did.
era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we grew up in there, yeah. So, but everybody loved Tyler that was our age. I just didn't think we would anticipate people younger than us would start fucking with him. Even people older than us who didn't fuck with him throughout the
Oh yeah.
2010s would start fucking with him. Like, that is a shocking thing that people don't point out with how crazy his rise has been.
Yeah, the way him and Frank Ocean blossomed into like superstars is like it's like damn, you know.
But bro, Frank was a superstar way before Tyler though. As
Oh,
far as on a
just orange,
grand
right?
scheme,
Yeah.
yeah, Sean Orange 2012, yeah, from jump, people was all over Frank Ocean. Yeah. Bro, he was on 2 songs on Watch the Throne before his
You're
debut
right.
album,
Okay,
bro.
my fault. You're right.
Yeah,
It was Frank first. You're right.
yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Frank was a
Got
monster,
to
bro.
not believe it. Don't believe it. Hey,
But
Champagne was a better picture, anyways. Yeah.
yeah, I know people like to divide the decades by new stars, but realistically speaking, it it might really end up Kendrick, Drake, and somebody else for the 2020s. I don't see anything wrong with that. It doesn't have to be new faces every couple years. You know what I mean? People are just forever
No,
active.
that third Mount Rushmore gotta go to somebody though, Kobe.
We'll talk. Well, it could be Cardi, but my issue with Cardi is he doesn't release a lot.
That's what I'm
So
saying, and that's why I
you know
give
what I
credit to
mean?
the big three.
We're in the
Well,
2025, bro. He will
yeah,
only have 2 albums. Even if this one's crazy, I anticipate this one will be crazy. But realistically speaking, with how he operates, we'll get what 3 projects from the nigga.
wait, three more?
No, I mean just for the decade. Just if we going off of his history, we'll have 3 projects from the
Nigga,
nigga.
two. We'll be lucky for two.
This guy.
What? That's the reason why he's giving us a quarter key of a song. Yeah, songs on
But
his
I'm saying
album.
if he going more feature runs, yeah, it will set him apart for sure.
Yeah,
To be honest, bro, if Tyler was to go on a feature run,
I mean, he
he
did.
would solidify a spot. No, bro. I mean, to the extent that J. Cole went on after For Your Eyes Only,
He
what
did.
Drake's what feature on Tyler went on? Where he was
West
just
Side. I
on it.
remember he was on the whole West
He was
Side.
on West
Freddie
Side, he was on
Gibbs.
Freddie album, yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, that's
Alright,
two.
well. Yeah. I'm talking Cardi, he was on Carnival, went crazy. Type shit went crazy. He was on Blick something that went crazy. He was on Field
Popular.
Trip that went crazy. He was on, I think, like 2 other songs, right?
Camila Cabello's. Well, I
Oh
love it. I love
yeah.
it. I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah, that shit. Man, whatever.
Child.
Whatever. But I'm saying you need at least like 5 or 6 on a year span. Some big singles. So when your features are singles that niggas are pushing, that makes your feature run look insane, man.
Yeah. Feature
With
got
future,
hard.
yeah, future. I'm saying that would solidify certain people. I know people love albums, but that does help your momentum a lot.
It helps the time. Yeah, it helps the time. Yeah.
Yeah, if Kendrick was going to feature on right now, you know how crazy that shit would be, man.
Yeah, that nigga too big for features now.
He nigga even doing feature now. He'll be
Yeah,
like,
that nigga O is a Baby Keem album. Matter of fact, a collab album. But we talk about that another time.
you want Baby King, Kendrick collab album, man?
Yes, I want Kendrick Keem on some whip it beats, some spaceship whip it beats,
Nigga.
on some Carter Got Wings spaceship beats.
Now Carter got wings. I could get with that one.
Yeah,
I could rock with that one 100%. This other shit, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What do you say to the older generation when they say they don't understand Playboi Carti's music? Because I do understand.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
You said they gotta give it to times.
Ice up. Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll tell you this. It took me a while. I mean, I grew up in like the mixtape era, so like, I always expected the OGs, but then I had like this big thing with like in high school, I was like big on G Herbo and like Lil Durk and Chicago movement and all that. So I understand to a point because I was one of those. Like I was a kid that grew up but I understood both. But I think the old gen is just like they're so reluctant to like Carti and especially all the underground guys because niggas do not like the underground. But to be fair, the underground now has like one sound, and they're trying to be like Ken Carson's. But with Carti, it's hard because it's just like cause Cardi's like such like it's like a rock star hybrid thing he's doing, like
It's that nigga voice, bro.
yeah, and the nigga voice,
The voices he does. You already said the rock element, that rage music.
right?
A lot of niggas just cannot get jiggy. And I ain't even trying to make fun of nigga fan base because you can say it's about a lot of popular artists, but How much of Carti's fan base do you think is black, bro? It's probably not a big amount. That is another factor in all of this, by the way.
Next question. Double O Khalil disapproves of that question. Next question.
You know who else be getting them jokes? Travis Scott be getting them jokes, bro.
If it was a Travis Scott beat up, how much of them would be of the Latin type? Shout out Texas. Shout out.
It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot of Latin people, a lot of white people. But I'm saying, I think Carti exceeds. He might exceed Travis.
But to be fair,
yeah,
Carti has multiple eras. So I think, from like the ASAP hybrid eras, he still has some people. But now, yeah, it's
the black people that listen to Carti are the fashion niggas, bro.
The all black, Mary,
it's either
Ricky
fashion, it's either the fashion niggas or it's the nerds on Twitter who be ranking shit all the time. But that describes us, so that's why we're here.
Yeah.
But it's either that or the fashion niggas. I think the only thing stopping them from being even bigger than what he is, he would have to do songs to appeal to the wider black audience, right? I get once you're a mainstream artist, we're the minority in the country. Majority of your fan base is not going to be black. But some artists still have a big amount of black fans, right? We in SAC. We just seen, even though it was controversial, we seen Rod Wave sell out Golden One, bro. There was a lot of black people.
We seen them cause riots.
Yeah, we seen how many black fans Rod Wave has. And he does crazy numbers, so he need to be doing over 200K. And he a monster, and he got a big ass black following, bro. Whew. Big ass black following. So there is something to that can push you over the top. So I think that's the only thing missing with Carti's music, or not his music, but just untapped fans that can be gained, because I think he can make music in that realm to capture a black audience. Because I don't hear Carti in the club, at least where I be in.
I heard him in the past on Southside beats and all that. Like he can do that.
Yeah, like Future be running the clubs, black set lists. People will make fun of Kendrick or Drake for having hella white fans, but I've seen massive they have hella black fans, bro.
Facts.
I don't know if that's the same for Carti, but that would be the only thing. If he was to have a bigger black fan base, nigga would clearly be the number one nigga as far as popularity, at least in this decade.
Facts.
And I don't even think he would be on tour with The Weeknd. I think he would just be on his own tour.
Yeah.
Street saying his album might be bigger than The Weeknd's.
30-second time out. What are you trying to get at? Who's people? Who's these niggas?
The streets, man. The streets are saying Abel is washed, nigga. That's what the streets are saying. I'm trying to pick your brain. You think this is true, man?
You disrespect Weeknd like that, they're gonna send Aaron the plumber.
I ain't saying it on this. But that does let me segue into my next topic. The only real critique I have of Carti that I hate when I watch a performance of his and this nigga's not hooping, bro.
I know it.
You know this nigga do not be hooping, bro.
I will say this. He has
I've seen the nigga live, so I know what he's capable of. Mm-hmm.
Rolling Loud? What you went to?
Day in Vegas. This is after Die Lit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To respond to those allegations, Double O Khalil says, "You're right." Because sometimes he just be screaming, yeah.
Bullshit. Have the back end track playing so it just sounds like overstimulation. I can't get jiggy, bro.
Stop that. There's no reason that Izzo at Rolling Loud could say more complete sentences to you. The whole performance. The Deep Swamp Izzo said more complete words that Rolling Loud performance than Carti. What did that tell you?
Bro, we can go more recent than that. His Grammy performance with The Weeknd. What the fuck was that? I don't even know if you watched it. It was some bullshit though. I hate when niggas get on stage, especially a televised performance, and they're not saying the words. You know this audience ain't about to say the fucking words, and it looks crazy on TV, bro.
Exactly.
Because we can't pick up what the crowd is saying like that.
Yeah.
For all the viewers at home, please recite the words. I guess certain times in performance, niggas have their own tricks that they do, but no, bro. Please stop.
It's a rave like it's a good thing and bad thing. It's a rave like
Niggas be
environment.
walking down the stage with the mic in his hand doing this shit.
Yeah.
Pulling his mask like,
And that's why people love it so much to a point as well. Because
he's
it's
aura farming. And it means to stop. Shit.
That's a threat.
Shit, like get that shit out of here, bro. And niggas be eating this shit up. People just need to be silent and just look at him crazy so that he changes his ways, bro.
Okay.
Ain't no way y'all paid this much money so y'all can recite the words to the songs more than he do. I just don't believe it, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. That pisses me off. That like that's another element he has to like. Well, we can't say has to add. It's been what, how many years he been doing the same shit? I mean, he is who he is.
But I was saying before he wasn't doing that shit, so that's why I'm befuddled by this shit.
Yeah, you can tell that he treats it as like a rave where he just scream and then he just scream along and say a few things and they just go crazy. But to be fair, he performed that Weekend snippet, I think, to enough.
Oh, you talking about when he sounded like his Canadian op on Slime You Out? You know my Slime You Out remix?
I need more of that then. It's great. And while we're speaking on Carti, Street Saint's album coming out at 12. That's a bit
What you say?
Street Saint, his album coming out at 12.
Yeah, 12 Eastern, nigga.
Nah, somebody said, I just seen a tweet. Somebody said like 3.
Look, ain't no way I bought this LeBron juice. For this nigga to drop a shot, man, I ain't staying up for that shit. I'll let that be known.
On a Thursday night?
No, that's just absolutely not, bro.
I don't know. Hey, Carti, you want Kendrick dropped his Untitled shit at like 2:30.
Y'all got me fucked up. Y'all ain't had too much time to be playing games like that, bro. No. Just for that, give me your thoughts of if the album is a disappointment. What would the backlash be?
It's Kanye production for the most part. So it's hard for it to be.
I don't even think Kanye produced this album, man.
Some shit I've been seeing. He produced a good three or 4 of those.
Yeah.
You see the one he was like saying "see ya" like 600 times. That song was insane. The production is like some Lil Wayne shit off like Carter 3.
But for some hypothetical purposes,
okay,
what would the backlash be if it's deemed mid by the masses?
Them niggas don't give a shit. I mean, fan base wise, it's hard for dudes. I don't know, because I feel like he got some slack for a whole lot of red. From what I did,
he did.
So I don't think
that became a cult classic.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is even if it's badly received tonight, you think it will just grow on people?
I don't think the shock factor, like how bad it is, if it is gonna be a whole lot of red. Because a whole lot of red, that shit was like either you loved it or it was fucking what the fuck is this?
Loved it, right?
Back with ASAP, Carti, you know? Like it was that divisive. I was like, shit, I don't ever think it's gonna be that bad, but it's hard.
But I would also implore people to have realistic expectations. I know a lot of people listen to rap with the sake of ranking every single thing. Yeah. And my thing, I be trying to tell people that be asking me, I'm just like, bro, I don't be ranking niggas like y'all be ranking niggas. I don't think these niggas go into the studio trying to do what the other nigga does. If you're gonna go into a Playboi Carti album expecting nigga to rap like Nas, they don't even have the same purpose when they thinking this shit. It's a whole different audience, a whole different product, like just shit like that.
Yeah, it's like
So
expecting
people,
like, yeah.
so people listen to it. I'm just like, bro, picture the function of what he's doing. He plays this shit for the sake of rage. Well, I don't know about this album, but a whole lot of rage. I was trying to explain it to somebody before. I was just like, that's rage music to me, bro. It's hype shit. It's a lot of chants.
Oh yeah. And you see
Like,
his concerts with the
yeah,
rock
yeah.
interludes by
Like
itself.
y'all trying to say this ain't music. It needs to be J. Cole and Kendrick. That's real music, bro. That's fine if you like Kendrick or Cole, but think about our era. We had a lot of artists. The artist I brought up was Lil Jon. Lil Jon was not a lyricist or rapper. He was a
That's
producer,
what
and
I'm
he was
saying.
nigga. He was a nigga who would do chants. He would do crunk
Chanting.
music to get niggas hype and turn
We
the
had a
fucking
finisher
club
move
up.
era. Every song had a dance move.
Yeah, he was to turn the club up. You were not listening to Lil Jon in the 2000s saying, bro, this ain't nothing like the blueprint. Nigga, who gives a
Retweet.
fuck? What are y'all talking about?
Retweet, bro. Real talk.
Hey, hey, what? There is room for Outkast and there's room for Lil Jon the East Side
Man,
Boys, bro.
right. But everybody, it's the whole nostalgia stuff. Everybody's like,
I don't even think this thing is nostalgia. I just think people look at good rap as a certain style and bad rap as the style that Carti does.
They understand the different branches. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, just that, and also I get if you don't like the nigga voice, bro, because I don't give a fuck if I don't like somebody's voice. I'm not about to listen to them. Bro.
Like who? Drop names.
Not me specifically, because I listen to some of these niggas. But when people say I can't listen to no UK rappers, I understand what they talking about, because some of that shit do sound a hella funny to an American ear.
I haven't had a bad experience with all the UK niggas I listen to.
It's not a safe list. If I'm in a crowd of people, I'm not gonna play a UK rapper because I know it's an acquired taste, bro.
Central C's fine. You fuck with Central C?
Yeah, fuck with Central C. He's probably like the safest one.
Him and Dave.
People like him, Skepta,
Dave.
those are maybe Wiley, maybe Lil Sims. They'll probably cut off there. A lot of niggas, it's hard.
Nems is cool too, but
it's kind of hard to get people on board with it. It's like this shit sound hella goofy. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, there's some of them who are too proper, and then they sound like a Dr. Seuss book. Shit gets crazy.
Yeah, and it could just be other regions. I know Cali rap sounds funny to other regions.
Yeah.
And people complain. They'll be like, "Oh, somebody from South, I don't understand what they're saying." I'm just like, "All right, bro."
You retweet. Yeah, I see what you're saying with the voice stuff, though. Just certain people, it's like, what the fuck? I was like that for a while. A little baby. It took me a while. I had to grow out of it.
Okay, I get what you mean. Yep. Mm-hmm. Like when I would recommend Danny Brown to people, I get Danny Brown.
Oh yeah, that took me a while with Danny Brown. I didn't start seeing like the scaring the hose. I was like,
That production style does annoy the fuck out of me. That's another style where I can't do this, bro.
Yeah, it is a lot.
It's too distorted for me, and it's too. I just like.
Yeah, it's a lot, but the hits on there are hits. It's like, oh, this is.
And they are some shit. All right, so we got about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get on this twitter.com